welcome back to my channel. For this video, as you can tell by the title, I am sharing why I'm saying goodbye to self-help books for the time being. But before we jump into this video, make sure to follow me on all my social media. The usernames are down below. And without further ado, let's jump right into this video. If you know me, you know that I am a huge book reader. I love books. I remember my first book series I've read was in the 4th grade, and it was the series by Judy Blume titled Tales of a 4th Grade Nothing, and I bought the whole series and I did nothing but reread that series over and over again. So I guess you could say I fostered my love of reading at a very young age, and it kind of just came into my adult life, and I am so grateful for that. But I remember along my journey, it was strictly just fiction books that I read back in the day. But as I approached high school, I checked out my very first self-help book, and I actually have it right here. It was titled The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, and I used to check out this book so much that one of my librarians actually just got me a copy. So this is my copy that she got me, and ever since then it was just self-help after that, and I kind of just let my love for fiction go along the way. The only fiction book I've read and continue to read just about every year is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. But other than that, it's just been self-help, self-help, self-help. Somewhere along my reading journey with self-help, I got to a point where I was like, all of this is starting to sound the same. So I remember one day I was watching this YouTube video, and a girl who was in the same situation as me, or similar situation as me, she was like, I was so obsessed with self-help content that I finally realized, how much help do I really need? Oh my god, how much help do you really need? Self-help books, the main purpose is to help you kind of fix something in your life, something that you're not happy with, or something that needs more developing. And since I've been reading a lot of self-help books since the age of 14, I could safely say I've read just about every popular self-help book there is out there. And when she said that, something just clicked in my head and was like, I think I have an addiction. I will say that self-help books have gotten me to the point I am today. Like, I would not be the person I am if it wasn't for all of those perspectives and advice I got from self-help books. But I feel like I'm at that point where I am pretty satisfied with the solid routines that I have, my productivity level, anything else that self-help books teach you. I'm pretty satisfied in all those areas right now. And I realized that as I kept picking up self-help books, I just kept getting more annoyed because I expected to read something new, but that never came. Self-help books are there to serve a purpose, and once it serves that purpose, it kind of allows you to just live out what you learn if you want to. Self-help books without application is just dead. And so I just had to come to terms with the fact that I've read all I could up until this point in my life, and it's gonna be hard for me because I actually went to the library yesterday and I immediately walked to the self-help section, and it was just automatic. I was like, oh my gosh. In my head, I went in there to pick up fiction books, but my body was just like self-help, self-help, self-help. So I kind of touched on like why and how I kind of got addicted to self-help, but just to emphasize or reiterate, it was because I was addicted to the false sense of productivity. Like, I feel like I'm doing something, but I'm really not. It's kind of like seeing a therapist. When you see a therapist, you probably go in kind of beat up, right? You need some help, you need some work. And so over time, the therapist gives you tools to apply, and as you go along your journey and you're applying that, you become better and stronger, and eventually you don't need to go to the therapist as much anymore, or at all. I feel the same way with self-help books. I went there at the mere age of 14, and I kept going, and I grew, and I have tools now in my tool belt, and I'm at that point where I don't need it as much. And it may be different for you. You may still need a little bit of self-help. Not only did I put down the self-help books, I also subscribe to self-help channels, productivity channels, because it just is not giving what it says it's supposed to give anymore. I still consume just a little bit. So that is all I want to talk about today. If you want to go more in depth, please go to my website at aaliyahspire.com and read all about this. The link will also be in my little description box down there. That is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below for a new video every week. And make sure to stay inspired, and Aaliyah loves you.